You're waiting. Watching. Grinding. And sometimes, yeah, it feels like no one sees it. Like you're yelling into a tunnel with no echo. But you're not invisible, you're just not at your turn, yet. And that's okay. Because real ones, we don't complain about waiting. We use it. We build. We stack every second with discipline, with rage, with fire. While the world sleeps on us, we add coal to the fire. We add fuel to the vision. Every doubt, every no, every door slammed. It just throws another log into the furnace. See, your turn isn't luck. It's not about catching a break. It's about being unshakably ready when your moment finally comes. And the only way you're ready is if you've been preparing behind the curtain when no one's watching. You might not be center stage right now. But that backstage grind, that's where legends are built. That's where confidence is made. That's where you earn the right to speak with your chest out and say, I'm him. I was always him. Let people sleep on you. Let them underestimate. That's more coal. Let them laugh when you say your goals out loud. That's more fuel. Let them doubt you when you say you're gonna change your whole family tree. That's more fire. You're not waiting around doing nothing. You're sharpening your edge. You're preparing your soul for the war you chose to walk into. Because this life, it's a battle of who can outlast the silence. Who can stay locked in while no applause is clapping. Success doesn't happen at the top. It starts at rock bottom, when no one believes in you but you. And you still show up. You still train. You still build. You still fight. Like the world's already watching. Because one day, they will be. And you don't want to get your shot and fumble it because you got lazy in the wait. Because you thought waiting meant resting. No. Waiting means preparing. Waiting means working. Waiting means turning the quiet time into killer instinct. Into obsession. Into a hunger that makes the moment yours when it finally comes. The underdogs. We use everything. We use pain. We use pressure. We use being overlooked. Because it teaches us to create power in the dark. It teaches us to keep the fire hot even when the world goes cold. It teaches us to stay patient. But never passive. And one day, while they're still talking, while they're still posting, while they're still hating, you'll step up. You'll take your shot. And they won't understand how you went from nobody to undeniable. But you will. Because you never stopped adding fuel to the fire. You never stopped showing up. And you sure as hell didn't let silence stop your mission. This is a message for the hungry. The ignored. The waiting wolves. Your moment is coming. But it only matters if you're ready when it shows up. So stay sharp. Stay deadly. And keep stacking the fuel. Because when that spark hits, you're gonna set the whole damn forest on fire. Now go. Back to work. They don't see it now. But they will. You think just because no one's clapping for you right now, it means you're losing? Let me tell you something real. Silence is part of the process. You don't grow under the spotlight. You grow in the shadows. In the late nights. In the early mornings. When it's just you, your thoughts, and the grind. That pressure you feel. That tightness in your chest. That ache in your bones from staying up late chasing something no one else can see. Good. That's the price. The greats, the real legends. They didn't skip this part. They didn't get handed a golden ticket. They built it from dust. With broken pieces. With no applause. Just grit. And guess what? They waited their turn too. They had to eat their ego. They had to clap for others while wondering, when's it gonna be me? And they stayed hungry. That's what you're doing right now. You're collecting scars. You're growing roots. You're building muscle where weakness used to live. Because one day, all that pain you're carrying, it's gonna be the exact fuel that lets you carry the weight of your dream. And if you quit now, if you stop adding to the fire, you're gonna hand that dream over to someone who just wanted it more. Is that what you want? To explain to your future self that you gave up because it took too long? That you had a fire but let it burn out because no one gave you permission to keep going? Forget permission. Forget approval. You don't need it. You don't need a cheerleader. You don't need validation. You need vision. And the discipline to keep feeding it, even when it feels impossible. Listen, not everything is going to go your way. Sometimes life is going to slap you in the mouth. Sometimes you're going to fail. You're going to fall flat on your face. And it's going to suck. But that's the test. That's when the fire either dies, or gets stronger. And I know you didn't come this far to fold. I know you're not putting in all this pain, all this sweat, just to walk away when it gets inconvenient. You've got to want this like your life depends on it. Because in some ways, it does. The life you could have had is hanging in the balance of what you do today. And you can't let distractions take that from you. Not your phone. Not a toxic relationship. Not comfort. Not laziness. Not some temporary hit of dopamine. Discipline over everything. You think those people making 10K, 100K a month had it easy? They were tired too. They were broke too. They were doubted too. But they stayed obsessed. They stayed in love with the mission. They didn't chase results, they chased excellence. They chased consistency. They woke up every day and asked, what can I build today that my future self will thank me for? So ask yourself that right now. What can you do today to move closer to your dream? Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Because the more you wait, the colder that fire gets. And you didn't come this far to burn out. Disciplined. You've taken hits and kept your mouth shut. Now it's time to step up. Let the world sleep. Let the doubters talk. Let the spotlight stay off you a little longer. Because when it hits you, when it's your time, you're going to be undeniable. They're going to look at you and say, where did he come from? And the answer is simple. You came from the grind. You came from the shadows. You came from the fire you lit yourself, when no one gave you a spark. Now go. Back to the grind. Back to the fire. Back to the discipline. You're not waiting. You're preparing. And when your turn comes, you won't just rise. You'll dominate.